like head up when we on these calls, when we in this courtroom, man, head up, chin up, fuck that, nigga. If we go to prison for the rest of our life, whoop de do. We go to prison, nigga, and we fight to get out this bitch. If we beat these folk, whoop de do, we beat them. We go forward. That's how I go.
Back with another one. It's your boy Melly World. Just watch your step. It's breaking news. The Durk lawyers has filed for a motion to dismiss Durk's murder for hire case. If y'all know, we all know. If you don't know, Lil Durk was arrested. I want to say earlier this year? Yeah, I think it was earlier this year. I don't know why I feel like it's longer, but Durk was arrested, taken in with like 4 or 5 other OTF affiliates for the alleged unaliving of, what's his name, Lil Pop, Quando Rondo's cousin. This happened in Los Angeles by the Beverly Center. Anybody that been to Los Angeles or are aware, that are aware of the location in Los Angeles, basically Beverly Hills, Hollywood, wherever, but it was by the Beverly Center. Everybody know that's a very, very busy, a lot of tourists and regulars, just in that area. All right, cool. But Lil Durk has been trying to get bond at the bond, been trying to do all he can to be able to get out and fight his case from the outside instead of being in the inside. But everything that Durk's lawyers and, his team, put forth in front of the judge for him to be able to qualify to get bond, they will keep denying it. And y'all already know how them guys be playing. The guys I'm talking about is them blue and yellow jackets, the FBI. They'll paint a picture so crazy to where, the judge is just gonna be like, nah, you know what I'm saying? It's too much. We can't let him out. Because he would do this or do that, And they've been trying to say witness would disappear and some more things and stuff like that. He'll be able to intimidate people and, get them not to testify. But this is not true facts and none of that stuff like that. But this is just my thoughts, my little theory. I don't believe they have as many witnesses or even people that's actually giving Durk up. The motion that his lawyers are actually filing is mainly on the basis of, basically saying like, look, man, y'all saying y'all got all this evidence against our client. Y'all won't give it up. Y'all won't turn it in so we can know how to, put our defense together and fight this case properly, and not just to get off subject, but, I went through a situation where, me and my lawyer, we going back and forth to court, and they're not giving us basically the evidence or the discovery. So we had no clue on how to fight our case, you know what I'm saying? Which ended up turning out to be a good thing in my situation, you know what I mean? Mine is definitely not as severe or as serious as Lil Durk. His is an actual Fed case. My situation was a state case, but either way, I was facing, a certain amount of time, and it was like over a decade for sure, you know what I mean? But, my lawyer had told the judge, listen, man, we keep coming back and forth to court, and they not giving us, any evidence so we can know how to go about fighting this case. So that last time that we went to court, my lawyer had told the judge, like, listen, man, if by the next time we come in this courtroom and come before you, if the state, what I'm saying, or the DA don't have the evidence, he's gonna put in for a motion to get it thrown out. I forgot how he said it. I forgot what he called it, but it was basically something due like to it was like negligence of the evidence or something like that. Like basically they wasn't giving us what we needed. And I don't know if anybody ever been through the situation, but I I had got my when I had got my discovery was empty. It didn't have no words. It didn't have a timeline of what was going on, how it happened, when it started. So that was just like, it was throwing me off like crazy, like, you know what I mean? Because I never had an empty discovery. I'm talking about nothing was in it, you know what I mean? But, you know, I'll tell you about that story another time. But they are saying the boy Young Durk, lawyer, has put in a motion to get his case dismissed and thrown out due to them not having or them not giving up the evidence, so his lawyers can know how to go about it. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of people have been saying Durk is over with. He ain't never getting out. Man, listen, you know, it looks like to me, a lot of this case has been going on basically like his lyrics or the stuff that he has said in his music, and, you know, stuff that you've been saying in your music don't always, you know, basically tell the story, or, you know, self-snitch, you know. And I see a lot of people saying it's like the self-snitching era where everybody tells about their crimes, and that's true. But I think Lil Durk is a little sharper than what the credit that we give him. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a little better. And also, they try to even insinuate like he used coded language to, you know, basically tell the guys like, you know, if y'all did that, or if y'all do this, I'm gonna give y'all that bag. But they try to say it was in coded language, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly, you know what I mean? And I don't think that's like good enough for how tough of a case this is, and for how high profile this case is. Plus, not only that, the top tier lawyers that he have on his team, they not going for that. They not letting that be just the basis y'all finna be able to, you know, charge Young Durk over. Y'all think he used coded language to basically tell some guys to go pull off this unaliving of a rival crew. You know what I mean? And, you know, the crazy thing is about that too, when I heard about that, how they talking about, you know, they was going off coded language. In my situation, you know, I was on the phone with my partner, and basically the officer tried to say what we was talking about. We was talking in coded language, and so that's what made him go forward with him, you know, basically violating my rights to get whatever he needed to get from me or whatever. And when the judge heard that in court, and, you know, and seeing that that was some BS, because we did have the body cam or the dash cam of the whole encounter, the judge had no choice but to throw it out. It was all BS, man. You know what I mean? So that, you know, him going off a hunch on Durk using coded language and all that, they don't know for sure. You get what I'm saying? Like, he could have been using or saying something, speaking about something else. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't necessarily have to do or have to be in connection on the Lil Pop and, you know, OTF situation, man. But it's a dirty game, man, and y'all know how them people play it, man. You know, they'll do anything to nail you to the coffin, man, or to the cross. And to me, I think Durk got a good chance of still beating this thing, getting out, and, you know, being able to, you know, kickstart back his career, man, and keep it going. And I'm gonna say it now: if Durk do beat this case, he's finna be the biggest rapper on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I mean? Smirk was already dope before he went in, but if he beat this case and come home and be able to give us some good music when man, it's gonna be ugly, man. Yesterday's price is definitely not gonna be that day's price. You dig what I'm saying? But that was just me. Just wanting to give my little 2 cents in on the Durk little situation, man. For those who are not subscribed to the channel, hit that like button, man. Hit that share, man. Comment, man. Get me in the algorithm, man, so we can get this show or this platform in the algorithm, man.
Bank's motion for dismiss to vagueness, or in the alternative for a bill of particulars. Don't worry, this is about to be a great read. Defendant Durk Banks, through his attorneys Drew Fenton, Mercy Goldberg, Jonathan Brayman, and Christy O'Connell, hereby files this motion to dismiss the second superseding indictment, the indictment, or in the alternative for a bill of given.
Right hand on my freedom. Fact.